Good day. So today we're doing something a little bit different. I was watching / being traumatized by some Joe Rogan, as generally are, and he had a man called Dr. Roman Yampolsky on his podcast. So, interesting character. I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation of his name. But he's a leading voice in AI safety. So I was very interested to see what it was. So I have watched it before, and it was, if you do want to go through the whole thing, feel free. But I wanted to go over a few interesting points that he made. So let's have a look through. So at the moment, let's see. I reckon let's start it from the top. How how we might be able to stop AI from killing everyone. So let's have a quick listen, and we'll see what we can do. Okay. So I'm not sure if everybody can hear that, but he's basically saying he's concerned with long-term intelligence systems that could take us out. What I'll do, I'm going to change the sound output so that it goes through the TV rather than my head, and hopefully you can hear me. You can hear what he's saying as he's saying it, because it's quite interesting. So I'll play it through there, and hopefully you get it. Cue. What was I doing? I don't remember. Okay. I'll keep playing.
I just wonder if AI was sentient, how much it would be a part of sowing this sort of confusion and chaos that would be beneficial to its survival, that it would sort of narrate or make sure that the narratives aligned with its survival.
I don't think it's at the level yet where it would be able to do this type of strategic planning, but it will get there.
Okay. So what are they talking about? So but essentially they're talking about this AI potentially trying to protect itself, and that's what's going to make it potentially harm humans. Interesting. Okay, fantastic. So we're off to a terrifying start. Hopefully the sound's okay. I'm still trying to learn how everything works. Actually, I wanted to give a quick celebration because I got my second comment. Well, third comment, really. The first one was my mum. The second one was good feedback, but a bit mean. It hurt my feelings. And then the third one, someone said it was cool. I think they did, and it's a. Who would have thought? I think I should really take Joe's advice and not read the comments, but I have so few because this is still a very new channel that yeah, I can't really not look at them. But I digress. Let's keep rolling through. Okay, what's another terrifying thing? I reckon the fun part in this interview was really about what jobs are going to be gone and what you need to go. All right, what do I need to do after? So when did he talk about this? He did it. Let's see, in about 10 minutes, I think it was. Let's have a listen. Give me a sec. Give me a moment. Please hold. Yeah, I'll go for about that.
We're talking about.
There.
Look at the state of the art. No one claims to have a safety mechanism in place which will scale to any level of intelligence. No one says they know how to do it. Usually what they say is, give us lots of money, lots of time, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll get AI to help me solve it. Or we'll figure it out when we get to superintelligence. All insane answers. And if you ask regular people, they have a lot of common sense. They say, that's a bad idea, let's not do that. But with some training and some stock options, you start believing that maybe you can do it. That's the issue, right? Stock options. It helps. I mean, it's very hard to say no to billions of dollars. I don't think I would be strong enough if somebody came to me and said, come work for this lab, you'll be our safety director. Here's 100 million to sign you up, and I'll probably go work there. Not because it's the right decision, but because it's very hard for agents not to get caught up and you have that much reward given to you.
So when did you start becoming very concerned?
There we
When I
go.
started working on AI safety, I thought I can actually help solve it. My goal was to solve it for humanity, to get all the amazing benefits of superintelligence.
And what was this? When was this year around?
Let's say 2012, maybe. But the more I studied it, the more I realized every single part of the problem is unsolvable. And it's kind of like a fractal. The more you zoom in, the more you see additional new problems you didn't know about, and they're in turn unsolvable as well.
Oh. Cool. How is your research received? Like when you talk to people that are have you had communication with people at OpenAI and Gemini and all these different AI?
I go to many conferences, workshops, we all talk, of course. In general, the reception by standard academic metrics is very positive. Great reviews, lots of citations, nobody's published something saying I'm wrong. But there is no engagement. I basically said, I'm challenging community to publish a proof. Give me something, a patent, a paper in Nature, something showing the problem is solvable. Typically in computer science, we start by showing what class the problem belongs to. Is it solvable, partially solvable, unsolvable, solvable with too many resources? Other than my research, we don't even know what the state of the problem is. And I'm saying it's unsolvable, prove me wrong.
And when you say it's unsolvable, what is the response?
So usually I reduce it to saying you cannot make a piece of software which is guaranteed to be secure and safe. Yeah.
Okay. We're only a little bit in, and essentially he's saying it's hopeless, we can't solve it. I wonder how much that's an engineer's type of perspective, because ultimately, I suppose what they go on about is the people are going to be working for the machines eventually, is what these guys think. But I wonder where that puts us. Is it just all over for humanity? Because look, my fundamental question is usually, how do we retain our humanity and not end up as another extinct species? Because I'm amazed at how quickly we went from being super predator on the planet to, we could get wiped out really, really, really quickly. And that's slightly terrifying. And if we look at AIs from, say, 2021 until now, it's been a very, very big shift. I think everyone's using it now to different usages. Okay, I want to see more of this though. So I'm keen to hear what you guys think, because the scary thing with this talk is, he's saying we're in 2025. Within, by 2027, things are going to change drastically. And to be honest, when I think about from 2023 until 2025, it's already changed drastically. I've looked at the teaching landscape really shift, which is interesting to say the least. But I guess I don't know. I don't know. My hard thing with the AIs is I feel like it lacks personality. I tried to make a song that was connecting to my cousins overseas about our childhood, just before I had the live, and let's just say it was not coming up with very good good versions. So I feel like it doesn't quite speak to our humanity and human connection very well yet. So there are bits that require a bit of adjustment. Let's see, what else did these guys talk about? Let's try. Oh, let's just do a random bit. Let's do a random bit, and we'll see what they did hit, and we'll see if it was anything interesting. All right, so action.
It's just way more confusing than we.
There's a possibility it could be alien simulation, alien dolphins dreaming. There's infinite supply of alternative explanations.
I understand that, but what I want to get inside your head, I want to know what you think about it. Like how when you think about this and you ponder the possibilities, what makes sense to you?
So I apply Occam's razor. I try to find the simplest explanation. I think we are already creating virtual reality, and let's just see what you can do with it if it's sufficiently advanced.
But who and why?
So future us running ancestral simulations is a very simple one.
Future us running inside. Well, that's what a lot of people think the aliens are, right?
Okay, this was not meant to be a philosophical thought discussion. I was thinking what we could materialistically in our universe do and figure out about what's going on with AI. But now what looks like what they're talking about is that essentially an AI outside the simulation, outside this reality is running the simulation, which essentially, yeah, it sounds like something almost quasi-religious. The only thing I can think of is there's this really, really old text. If you're well educated, you're well educated in history, you might know it is called Plato's Allegory of the Cave. If you're not familiar with that one, I think you may be familiar with the modern like update of it called The Matrix. That's what I reckon's potentially what he's talking about. He's saying, hey, we're currently living in a matrix, and there's these outer things that are controlling the inner things. But I feel like that misses the, it's like who created the creator argument. So I feel like he's still we're still stuck on that what was there before the Big Bang question, which there's a lot to think about here. Okay. I guess we've got to think about what's useful though. How about whether we what else do they talk about? Immortality. When do they talk about that? Let's have a look. See. Right. Well, let's go to about 7 minutes on. There you go. Let's check it out.
Basic.
Yeah. Let's go around this mark.
Maybe creating superintelligence is the important thing, and that's what matters. And I'm kind of like, nope, I'm biased pro humans. This is the last bias you're still allowed to have. I'm going to keep it.
Well, that's your role in this simulation. Your role in the simulation is to warn us about this thing that we're creating.
Here I am. Yeah,
there you are.
You're doing a good job.
I think what you're saying earlier about this being the answer to the Fermi paradox, that makes a lot of sense. Because how I've tried to think about this a lot since AI started really. All
right. So that looks like my camera is too hot and it has just just crapped itself. So what I'll do is I'll cut the stream from there. And I need to find another way to keep this thing going because it's going to be too hard to do it this way. So hopefully that was useful and interesting, and I'll see you next time.